The channel, and today I'm going to be playing The Last of Us Part 2. I was originally going to play Assassin's Creed Revelations after The Last of Us Part 1, but I kind of thought, like, well, since I kind of finished the first part and the live action is going to come coming out soon this year, I believe this month is going to be January 15th, I just thought, you know what, let's just finish Part 2 and hopefully before the show comes out, because, it just, since it feels like it's relevant, the right timing. And full disclaimer, guys, I have played this game before, but the funny thing is, being older now and looking back at this game, I was a little bit had a similar experience when it comes to the main characters of Abby and Ellie. But ever since since I became a perspective person, I actually learned that The Last of Us Part 2 does not get enough credit. It's actually pretty good, and I actually do like the main characters, both of them. Alright guys, let's just watch the playthrough and watch the cutscene.
She needed her immunity to mean something. Maybe I was starting to buy it now. Cure business.
Yeah, he must be the time when he was telling Tommy.
Maybe I just want to do right.
All that effort, all that journey. And when they finally made it, yep, all that it happened.
They were actually going to make a cure.
But the cost of her life.
Only catch. Need to kill her.
Honestly, I actually respect Joel's why he did what he did. But I also do respect the Fireflies why they're doing it they're doing. Like, I understand both point of views from this game. Like, I get it.
Jesus Christ, Joe. What do you do?
He killed them. Well, I killed them, technically.
Save her.
He made the ultimate sacrifice choice that consequences.
Come on, baby girl. I got you. I got you.
Cover the exit. Don't let him get away.
Yeah, it's just it was a hard choice that I don't know what I would do. Would I have gone through with it, or would I have done the same thing what Joel did? Like, it's not an easy choice for either one.
That's a lot. What does Ellie know? I told her they just ran some tests. I told her
Made the ultimate choice.
her immunity meant nothing.
Her lie out of love, but that love was covered by a lie. Okay. Reluctantly, she believed him for a while.
Didn't say otherwise. We should head back.
At least Tommy knows. So, like, it's not something like Joel, he never told anyone, like, at the very least, I'm just happy about that Tommy knows. To be honest with you, I would have been fine to actually see a DLC of Tommy. Like, some of the stuff, like, maybe would have happened off screen. That's just my opinion. You know what? The other thing I kind of liked about the Last of Us Part 2, what made me realize it, what I did not notice it before, including other players when they first time played it, is that when we play a video game, we always love the protagonists, obviously because you're playing as them. But when it comes to the villains who we face, we usually don't even try to pretend to understand why they did what they did, or you know, as I said in my playthrough in the Part 1 series, like I actually what I think what most players fail to understand from The Last of Us Part 2 is playing Abby. They hated playing her, me included, when I first time tried. But then I realized it was never that simple to begin with. Playing as Abby, eventually, I realized that, like, oh my god, I understand what they're doing, and I actually respect it. So I think the right choice the game did is keeping Abby alive by the end of the game, because it's actually more, it makes more sense and more meaningful to the series of what it meant, what they were saying to the audience. And I mentioned this before in my first playthrough. Like, I bet you guys, if we started off as The Last of Us Part 1 playing as Abby, and we never knew about Joel or Ellie, we would have felt the same way Abby was feeling in the beginning of Part 2. Like, I bet you guys that you would probably think the same way if it was the other way around. So when they eventually made me play Abby, it was probably one of the best experiences because it gave me more perspective. Like, you know what? It's deeper than that. It's not always that simple. Like, when you see other people's perspective and you actually listen to the plot much deeper than what it's trying to tell you, it simply tells like how far are you willing to let yourself lose your humanity for the sake of revenge. And so eventually it became the opposite, in my opinion. What I learned that Ellie, she became the villain because she's so deep into the revenge that she became Abby in the beginning of the story, and then Abby became the hero in a certain way because even later had redemption.
It's okay. I got him. You go on.
You sure?
If you guys, if I'm pissing any of what guys off, like you guys still hate Abby's, I don't care. Like, that's just my opinion. If you don't want to listen, you can always leave.
About what we were talking about earlier. Can't say I've done different. I'll take it to the grave if I have to.
Thanks, Tommy.
I'll see you later.
What was that quote they said from The Dark Knight? Either you die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And that's what happened to Ellie in Part 2. In a way, she was so driven by hatred and revenge that you felt the same way she was feeling, but you've seen later on. It's not just from my own perspective I learned about playing this game myself. I learned it from a YouTuber, but 1 hour before starting this playthrough, Part 1, is from a YouTuber. It's called AP Nerds, and his title is called How The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 Changed My Life. And I watched the whole series of the video, and it was amazing. I'm definitely going to put in a link in the description, Part 1.
Jesus. This gave me a heart attack.
I tried knocking, but
Oh yeah, by the way guys, if you hear something in the background, it's because it's my family
Hey,
cooking dinner.
what's up, Joel?
just checking in.
I wonder if this is the Pacific scene, is it like before or after she said that she was done with him when she found out the truth. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Helping out.
Like, because the way how this conversation's going is like, I don't remember if it's the one
Tell me
when
now,
she
you're
was
riding
finding
with
out the
Dad.
truth and then she says, okay,
He,
you and I are done. Or was it before? I just don't remember the scene, if it was. But because when I first time played the scene, I remember like, why are they talking like,
Joel,
they're-
it's pretty late and I gotta...
like I remember thinking like, why are they talking like so distant? Like, I thought they became close by the end of part 1. So maybe it was like after
I wanna
it
say
happened?
Just give me 1 second.
What's this?
Some folks call this thing here a guitar.
You know, my dad actually wants to teach me to play the guitar.
You want some?
Okay.
Maybe I will try again. Eventually, I did practice for a little bit, but then
Bet
I
you
just
wouldn't
I
laugh.
just don't always have the discipline.
I won't laugh. I won't.
I'm trusting you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I forgot how the. Okay, so you swipe. Okay. You know, maybe eventually I would like have the. I'll at least try to
I ever
play guitar again.
lose you, I'd surely lose myself. Everything I have found you, I've not found by myself. Try and sometimes you'll succeed to make this pain believe. All my stolen missing parts, I've no need for anymore. As I believe, and I believe as I can see our future days of you and me.
Yeah, this game makes me feel like I want to play guitar again. Like, go back to practicing with my dad. I love my father. And my stepfather. I love them both.
That didn't suck.
I'll take what I can get. She's yours.
No. No. I don't know the first thing about
Promise
this.
that I teach you how to play.
You did.
So what do you say, tomorrow night? First lesson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is about the part when she was just when she found out the truth. Like, because otherwise, like, I don't see other reasons why she would be, like, distant talking to him. Like,
Do you remember the joke?
What is the downside to eating the clock? It's time consuming.
I'm so dumb.
you know what? I think I think I'm gonna have to get myself some glasses because I tried to put on my contacts again today on this video that I'm doing, but my right eye is still bothering me with my contact, so I guess I'm gonna have to go to get myself some glasses to see how much it's gonna cost me though. I just hope the new glasses won't cost too much. I'm gonna have to set an appointment or something, because if I'm not gonna wear contacts anymore in my playthroughs, then I'm just gonna have to sit pretty close to the TV because I can't see far.
Shit.
Because last time I played, I had, even though sitting close to the TV with the chair, I still had to squint my eyes.
Sorry, I totally overslept. Just give me a minute and I'll get dressed.
I heard you had quite a night after I left.
She kissed me. It was just Dina being Dina. She didn't mean anything by it.
I was talking about your fight with Seth. Wait, you kissed Dina?
Busted.
I thought this.
We're broken up 1 week and you make a move on my girl?
She was probably just trying to make you jealous. I would never.
I'm messing with you, man. I don't care. Get dressed. It's kind of fucked up you did that.
Stuff together while we're late.
Smells fine.
Is that a PS? PlayStation?
So tired.
I didn't notice that the first time I played this game. Okay, well, I guess this is a garage, but you gotta take any room you can get. Honestly, I used to sleep in a car, so it's not like I'll take a garage any day. Journal. You know what? I need to write on my journal again. I'm like a month behind. And bathroom. Alright, let's go. I didn't notice that there was a PlayStation right there on the TV. Like, does it even work?
Hey, is Joel up? That sucks. Shut up. It's just about to get up. I was.
You got everything?
Yes.
Heads up. Need to talk to the town this morning.
What?
It's kind of interesting they put the flashback of the fight.
You kissed Dina,
She kissed me.
which triggered Seth to call you a not so nice word.
Yep.
Then Joel decked him.
Push.
You got mad at Joel. That part confused me.
It was a strange night, man.
Sounds exciting.
You know, I think what made it
Wants a word with you.
I think what made it worse for Joel's death to Ellie is that
Seth,
is the thing that they say like
just tell her you never
when they
saw
lose
me.
someone they care about and they just look back and think the last thing I said something to that person was like I hate you, and that always haunts them because like
We're okay.
no one likes to
You and me?
have something like that when it's with someone they love, even if they did were mad at the time. Like it affects
I want
anybody.
you to think.
Ellie. We're cool.
Yeah, and eventually Dina got pregnant. Hey doggy.
Hey, little tiny.
Is that the dog from the first one?
Bitch.
From the first playthrough? Oh, the first part?
Hey, Jesse.
Oh, hi. Want to grab some breakfast?
No. Where's Maria?
In the back.
Excuse me, coming through.
Ellie. There you are. Come here. Seth's got something he wants to say.
I don't want to hear what that bigot has to say.
Do it for me. Please.
Hey, ¿cómo te va?
Fine.
Seth. Seth, come here.
Cuando vi
Breakfast burritos.
Hey. Look, last night I was drinking too much.
Sure.
I'm trying to say I'm sorry. Maria tells me that you and Dina are headed out. Made you some sandwiches.
Just take it. It's food anyway.
Steak.
Thank you, Seth.
Look, I get it if someone's mad at someone, especially when it comes to a situation like this, but in that type of world, take food we can get. Like, you could,
Yep.
like, don't you let your hunger, like,
I appreciate that.
push you.
What you got there?
Bigot sandwiches.
Yeah, but-
Smells good.
They're yours.
You sure?
It's fine.
Let me walk you out.
You know what, guys? I think I might gonna piss a lot of fans off, but looking back in the video at YouTube I saw from this YouTuber,
These boys have been up for far too long.
Where do I meet them?
You go up to the Northwest Lookout. You're scheduled to arrive later today. Watch yourself. There's too many sightings of infected recently.
Of course. I was gonna check out the creek trails. I need someone else to come with me.
Ellie, you know the creek trails?
Not really.
Dina's done it a bunch. I'll have the two of them take it.
Ellie, can I talk to you for a sec?
go ahead.
So,
Look, I don't know what's going on with you and Joel.
Maria.
Guy really cares about you. And I'm sure he didn't mean to. Fine. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, yeah, it must be the scene, like, after she find out the truth.
Thanks.
Like, I get it.
Dina, assignment.
Give me a minute.
We get your girlfriend.
But yeah, the last time I guess what hurts her the most about Joel's death is that she was mad at him.
Hey, Dina. Can I talk to you? Hey, guys. I'm tapping out. Come on. How long?
Hey.
Dina's a cool character too.
I just want to say sorry for running off last night. Oh, it's okay. I totally get it. I felt bad. Why? Because I started the whole thing, and I shouldn't have kissed you in front of all of those people. And you were drunk. It's fine. Well, still, I don't want you to think.
No, I'm not reading into it or anything.
You know what I love about you? How you let me finish my sentences. Alright. Well, we should probably get going.
Ow! What the fuck? I'm not even playing. Is you a chicken?
Your ego.
Yeah, I do.
You asked for it.
It's always the ego that always gets people.
Go, go! Ow! Damn! Sucker!
That kid.
Eat that. I'm gonna come over there and fight you, like, for real. Yeah. I mean, frick. Don't tell your mom. Oh, I'm coming for you, Tiny. Nah, 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 nah. Ow! I know where you live, Alex. I see you.
Duck.
Yeah, you better run. You better run. Oh, you better hide. Ugh. I see you. Come on. Oh, suck it. Fucking
In
sneaky.
your face!
Boom! Eat snow, you little shit! Your parents don't love you! Eat snow! Oh, we're winning! Oh no, you got snow in your hair.
Damn it, my right contact.
No. Gotcha. Ah! No fair! Eat it, shrimps! How's it feel? Get her! Help me!
Don't get me wrong, guys. Snowball is fun, but it's cold as hell. Like,
You monsters! Alright, we actually have some work to do.
I guess I asked for that, huh?
Yep.
well, at least I didn't lose.
So, Jesse wants us to do the creek trails. He's gonna leave Joel and Tommy. Oh, that's nice to send this together. You're gonna like this route.
Morning, girls.
Morning.
Hey, ladies. I'll bring him in.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry guys if you hear noise in the background. It's just my family. I can't talk too loud when they're sleeping though. That's why sometimes there's some videos I talk soft or talk normal, whatever.
That's a good girl. Look who's here.
Thanks. Come on. Hey, Shiver.
Also, the video I've been that I mentioned
You
about,
decided to join.
Yeah.
One for you.
I'll show you. I'll put the link in the description box below of the video I watched of The Last of Us.
Open it up. Settle down, children. All right. You all know the drill. Run your routes, mark your logbooks, clear any infected you see. You run into anything you can't handle, you come back. Be smart about it. All right. Get going.
You know, I do like part 2 of The Last of Us, but the only thing I just do not like is how they killed Joel. Like, I just don't like how the way they did it. It should have been so. I mentioned in part 1, like, it should have been, I don't know, a different scenario. Because they just simply, the way how they did it is like, they wanted to rush the story to rush it to Ellie and Abby. Like, they kind of like put it too fast. So like, I don't know, what do you guys think? Like, should it have gone different? Like, what do you think? If you were to kill Joel, how would you guys do it? Because the way how they just simply killed Joel is just like, he literally, like, he went straight into their arms of his death. Like, he ran right into them. Like, that's the only thing I just don't like about part 2, but everything else I think is just fine. I don't know, maybe it was on a tight schedule or something. Could have something different. Hello, Abby. And Owen. I think that's his name.
What are you dreaming about? You doing your teeth grinding thing? Grabby beef. No, seriously.
This way.
It's cold. You sure you don't want to do this when the sun's out? And it's warmer?
No. Can't wait.
And you don't want to just tell me?
You need to see it.
You know, it's kind of funny thing is, most people I met, they actually started to like winter more just because of Game of Thrones. Of like seriously, that's the reason why you started to like winter. Look, me personally, winter can look beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but it's cold as hell. I can't handle winter.
Me too.
I'm.
I feel like the farther south we go, the prettier it's gotten.
You want to keep going? Just drive all the way to Mexico?
I thought about it.
You can see Manny's hometown.
Yeah, I don't see that living up to his stories.
No, probably not. Is all this in the dark?
Yes. Come on.
We keep going like this. We're gonna be tired for today's trip.
Not that far.
Is Mel okay? She seemed out of it these past few days.
She'll be fine.
You stop being weird. You're freaking me out.
I'm not being weird.
Are you breaking up with Mel?
What? No. Who is?
The male, it must be the pregnant lady.
Thank you. We can't all be as graceful as you.
Clearly.
What is that?
You'll be fine.
It's too high.
Come on.
Despite for it being cold, it is pretty. Like I will give it that.
Hey. Eyes on me. Abby. Stop looking down.
Kind of hard not to in real life.
Lynn, we have to go back this way?
Consider it an opportunity to work on your fears.
Heights.
How about I work my foot up your ass?
Actually, you and me, Abby, we both have the same fear, heights.
Does it?
We made it.
Holy shit. It's a fucking city. Have you told anyone else?
Wanted you to see it first. Saw an armed patrol go from town to an outpost over there. A few more outposts in between. They have electricity, guns. It's a lot of people.
We can figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, because Joel goes right into you guys' arms.
How do we get?
Well, we can corner one of the patrols and get confirmation, and then, I don't know, maybe find a way to lure him out.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure they'll be happy to offer that information.
Well, then we make them.
Do you hear yourself?
Okay, what do you want to do? What's going on with you?
Mel's pregnant.
Oh. Okay.
It's not just that.
Should I say congrats?
Everyone else sees this. They're gonna want to turn back.
We can convince him, right? I fucking knew I couldn't count on you.
Abby, I want what you want. Not at any cost. Hey,
Don't.
I think there's a part of him he actually does agree. He does want to kill Joel too, because he cares about for Abby. But it's like the more deeper that you go, the more eventually like what are you gonna pay the price for it to get what you want, especially if that's revenge. Because sometimes like they can get people can get revenge sometimes almost immediately, but there's also times revenge storylines that you go so far and deep into it, like it costs you almost everything just to finally make it. So like Owen, as far as the way he's thinking, like he did have the same ambition to kill Joel the same way. Like he wanted the same thing that Abby wanted, just to kill him. Like they had the ambition to start with. But my theory, just by this conversation now looking back, is that Owen, when he was going along, like keep going, and eventually having his Mel being pregnant, and like seeing his friends, they're also following Abby's lead to find Joel and kill him. It comes to say like, okay, yeah, I did want the same thing you want, Abby, but I don't want to lose what's important in my life. But Abby, at this point in time, in this scene right here, she simply does not care. Like she's the one, like fine, I'll pay the price. I'll do everything. I don't care what it will cost me to get my revenge to kill Joel. Like that's simply like what it is at this point. Anyways, I think I go here, right? And like honestly, as I said from my last playthrough, guys, like now that I'm like being older and like redoing this again, and even though it's been a long time, so don't get me wrong, like for those of you who still hate Abby, like I get it, but bear with me, guys, and put your hatred aside for a moment. Imagine you are the Fireflies, and and you and your crew suffered so much trying since the beginning, since the outbreak of the infection. And you and your team of people lost more than half trying to get across the country for finding a vaccine and a cure. And when Ellie was presumed dead, your hope was lost. Like, your entire mission, your cause, is gone now. But miraculously, Ellie's alive, and Joel brought her to the facility, and they have that hope again to find a cure and a vaccine. But then now, imagine you are her. Yeah, now imagine you're her. Your father is the one, that only doctor who has the potential to save the human race, with the small sacrifice of Ellie dying. But by a tragedy, a single man and a little girl was responsible for probably pretty much wiping the Fireflies out because of him. Not only you didn't lose your father, you lost your cause, your mission, your everything, everything what it was meant for. And not only that, what makes it icing on the cake of Abby's hatred, why she hates Joel, what he did, Joel, not only he killed their leader, Marlene. So, be honest, guys, if that happened to you and you're Abby, don't you think it's probably understandable why she's so angry at Joel, what he did, and why her friends pretty much acted the way they did if you were to start the game? So that's why I learned to not no longer hate Abby as well, and I learned while playing at her, I actually learned to respect her and like her as a character. And believe it or not, you guys, in part 2 in The Last of Us, and the YouTuber, I seen the video where he said in his video that how it changed his life. I actually respected in the end that Abby not being dead by the end of the game.
Oh shit.
it's just about perspective, about what I liked about this game. Oh shit. That scared me. It actually did scare me. Oh yeah, I forgot you can press dodge and punch. How do you do that again? Oh, that's how. Okay. First one. What the? I like how they pressed dodge in part 2. It made it more realistic. What the? I pressed dodge. Yeah, the dodge, it makes it more realistic in part 2. Like how they added in there. And don't get me wrong, guys. See, me playing this for the second time, being older, I initially, my first time playing it, I didn't think about putting on YouTube for my channel. But I still don't like, I don't think I can still, I'm not looking forward to seeing Joel die again. Like, I still love Joel, I still think he's an amazing character in the game. It's just like, I'm not looking forward to it when the time comes. So like, don't get me wrong, you guys. Like, and like, don't mistake it for it.
This is a bad idea. Where's that lookout?
You know, I don't know, I cannot speak for other YouTubers, but I can speak for myself, like, obviously, like, anybody can technically, but I was curious about Abby as a character, like, why are we playing as another girl in this game? But eventually, when the moment came, I was like, oh crap, now I get it. Okay, I don't remember. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, here. I forgot. Oh. Since we know that Abby is buff, I think, yeah, she could do that. But obviously breaking someone's neck or something, they always say it's actually not as easy as it looks. You know what, guys? If I am gonna playing the God of War series, I think I will probably switch between Assassin's Creed and God of War, just to balance it. So, after I finish The Last of Us Part 2, I think I'm gonna do God of War 3. and then back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's the thing on what I probably would do. And my reaction for God of War is going to be genuine because I never played it before, including my brother, and he was the one that introduced me to the game. I remember asking like, hey, have you played God of War before? I don't remember. He's like, no, I have not because it's only in PlayStation, and he has an Xbox. I was like, oh, okay. An interesting fact that when I first moved, my family members they just gave me a PS4. And they said like, oh, we know you like consoles or whatever video games, so we got you a PS4. It's like, technically I'm more of an Xbox person but I'm not gonna really argue because you gotta be grateful what you get. And to be honest, like, I think ever since I moved, and they gave me a PlayStation 4, I think I bit by bit slowly been converted into a PS4 PlayStation guy now. And to be honest, like, I have thought about getting myself an Xbox because that's how I grew up with my brother. But then I thought to myself, you know what, that's highly disrespectful to buy yourself an Xbox when your family has given you a PlayStation. Like, so I was like, yeah, I thought to myself like that. I was like, I'm just gonna play the PlayStation because it's something to still be grateful. And don't get me wrong, guys, I do like both consoles. They're both pretty good. It's just, I'm saying is be grateful what you have. You know, I wish they actually could have placed a knife with the takedown so it can make it much easier. But I think they actually answered the question. I did look it up on Google. They said that it would have made the game a little bit too easy. They said, if I remember correctly, when I last time searched on the Google. Quiet. Turn around already. Thank you.
Sí, tengo tiempo ahí. Ahorita que le apague debo cerrar.
Come on. This way. Right behind you.
Do you miss being with him?
With Jesse? No.
We've been together for so long.
Look, Jesse's great. I love his parents. They will always be family, but we were just on autopilot.
Hey, how come we never talked about this stuff?
I don't know. It didn't feel... You never really talked to me about Kat.
Yeah, 'cause there isn't much to talk about.
Yow.
I got the impression that you didn't really like her.
I don't care about her one way or the other.
Okay.
No, I think she's a talented artist. I've grown to like that tattoo of yours.
That's so big of you.
And I think she wasn't right for you.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to talk to my dad about glasses because my right eye it's not feeling well. I tried to
Nice
put
shimmer up here. Hey. You want to see something spectacular?
You're gonna point at your face, aren't you?
Nothing is that spectacular.
You're not that spectacular, Dina.